Hello friends, welcome to Grandma Katie Crochets and Knits. Sometimes I quilt, but that's my other channel. I did promise you a video this week on all of the yarn I have purchased from January up until recently. So let's get to it. What have I purchased this year so far? And I am going to tell you, as you can see, I have very limited space. I have a one-bedroom apartment, so my space is limited in what I can and cannot handle as far as my stock of yarn. So that's the reason I don't do a lot of yarn hauls and yarn unboxing and things like that, because I do not have one specific room that I can say is my yarn room. Okay, so this right here, this shelf. And you can see next to this shelf right here, there's another one right there. Part of it has fabric and the bottom half has yarn. And that is in my living room, dining room, kitchen area because that's where I have room for my yarn. And this is my yarn stash right here. And I'm going to add a few more skeins there. And what I will be doing to make a little more room, see this this shelf right here with the 6 spaces in it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 right there, with all that pretty yarn in it. What I need to do, and what I will be doing in the very near future, is I'm going to go to Dollar Tree and get the little fabric cube boxes that go in those spaces and put my yarn in there to make more room, because my yarn wants to fall out the sides of the cubicles. So that's the reason I don't have a lot of yarn in there. So I believe if I go get the little fabric cubes, and put my yarn in there, that will clean that up, make that a little neater, and then I will feel better about that. So at any rate, let's get on with this. Enough about me and all that. So some of the first yarn I purchased this year. Now, it may not be new to you, but something I discovered through my daughter is a place called Whatnot. And this is a place where you can go and purchase things through auction. Now, it's a dangerous place and especially if you are on a tight budget, because it will add up, your spending will add up very quickly if you're not careful what you're doing. I'm going to say it that way. Okay, so some of the first yarn I purchased this year on Whatnot, I have found several places that sell yarn and fabric. They either sell yarn or they sell fabric. So I purchased yarn and I have purchased fabric on Whatnot. So some of the yarns that I have purchased, one of the places, it's called Pacific Pine Resale. This lady's name on Whatnot it's Pacific Pine, and she is awesome. She's very, very awesome. Really nice lady. Really nice lady. Her yarns at the auction, her yarns usually start at $1, and then of course you have to pay shipping and all that. But the night I was at her auction, and I love Premier Yarns. She had these 3 Premier Basic Chunky, and you all know I love Premier yarns. I got 3 skeins of this. Look at that, 1 2 3, and as you know, last fall I purchased 6 skeins of Premier Chunky, and 3 of those skeins I got a very nice little cable scarf off of. So these were I believe they were $2 each, or was it the? No, it was the 3 for $10. So I bought them as a bundle. So I purchased these 3 for $10, and I got these on Whatnot. I have not yet decided what I want to do with this red yarn, because it is chunky. It's going to be warmer, and it is spring and summertime. So I don't think I'm ready for it yet. I want to wait till fall, getting closer to winter, before I use it and decide what I want to do with it. So there's that. If you have any ideas, let me know. Okay, so the other thing I purchased from the same lady, I purchased this for $2. And this, I'm not sure, it's 100% acrylic. They are 50 grams each. It's very soft baby yarn. Look how soft that baby yarn is. And it's baby colors. So this is going in the stash with all of my baby projects, with my baby Afghans. I knit booties, baby booties, hats, and mittens. So I would like to make boots and mittens for babies with these 2 skeins of yarn. And this will go a long way. I can probably get, oh, I don't know. I'll have to see how many, because my, I use the size 5 double point needles for the boots and size 6 straights for the mittens and the hats. So, and usually what I do is I will do a pair of boots and a pair of mittens that match. And then I will find like a coordinated color, like this has the mint green, the yellow, the blue, and the pink in a very subtle light color. So I'm going to have to find some really subtle baby colors to go with that and do some probably girly hats to go with that. So there's that. And then, what was the next thing I purchased? Oh my goodness, what else did I purchase? Oh, the wooden box up top. That box is kind of heavy and it was difficult for me to pull down, so I left it up top. But what I purchased, what is up there, I'm going to show you, is chenille yarn from Dollar Tree. So let me show you some of the colors, and when you see this, you will understand what I do with the chenille yarn. It's Premier, it's just chenille by Premier that I get at the Dollar Tree. So I make these hair scrunchies, and that's a pink and a black one, and I put them on the jewelry holders. There's brown and salmon color. Excuse me. There's a light brown and a blue. That's what I make with the chenille, just chenille that I get at the Dollar Tree. And that wooden box is full of those skeins. Those are 1.75 ounces of chenille. And generally, these hair scrunchies, I can get 4 hair scrunchies from 1 skein of yarn. Sometimes I can get 4 scrunchies and a partial scrunchie, which then causes me to need to go back to Dollar Tree and get more chenilles. So yeah, and I have this huge bag full of hair scrunchies. So and I am going to make more because I purchased more of the scrunchies so that I could use that yarn and get more scrunchies made. Okay, so the next thing I purchased is also from Whatnot. This is from another seller on Whatnot. And this lady's, oh goodness, I don't think I have her card anymore. But she was selling, I plugged into her as she was selling cotton yarn, which I like the cotton yarn to make dishcloths with. Excuse me. And so she had all of this beautiful cotton yarn, Lily Sugar and Cream, which Lily Sugar and Cream is no longer making yarn. They have discontinued. Now the Peaches and Cream is still making yarn, but Lily is not. So I purchased a 4 ounce of the, it's called Overcast, but it's gray. It's just a basic dark gray. And then I purchased, I believe, 2 skeins. Yes, I did. 2 skeins of this. This is in the color Chocolate Ombre. And it's browns and grays, just different colors. And I got 2 of those. So what I would like to do, oh, my nose will not stop itching, sorry. What I would like to do is go to Walmart and get a solid brown color to go with these. So I'll have to get 2 skeins of solid brown to go with that. And then this is called Earth. And this has beautiful grays in it, so this gray will go nicely with this. See there? So that's called ombre, and that gray will go nicely with that. And I wish I could find another one of these, but this is the lily, not the peaches. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to find more of that. Okay, and then the next color I purchased, and this was all in the same bundle, it's faded denim. So I would like to get some blue. I would like to get some blue to go with that. And then I found this color. And that's probably like a lime green or something. So I'm sure I can find a green color to go with that. So there is all of my cotton. Okay, so the next thing that I purchased, was my visit to Walmart. When I was in Walmart A, I was looking at the yarn and stuff, and I did need some white cotton. So I did, because I want to know, and I'm going to do a yarn review on this. It feels very, very soft. I purchased the Mainstays 100% white cotton, and it feels very soft. It's not rough like the Peaches and Cream and the Lily's Sugar and Cream. This is very soft. And this is 100% cotton. And it's, I'm not sure who is this made? It's made in Turkey. I don't know. It's really nice cotton yarn. I'm really liking it. It feels really soft. I love the touch of it. I think it's going to be comparable maybe to the Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. It feels a lot like that. So I am going to be able to use this in my dishcloths, and I'm really happy about this. So this is going to help me get some dishcloths made. So then there's that. Then the next thing I purchased just recently is I've been wanting to experiment with some of the yarns that I have seen on Temu. And some people say don't order from them, and some people say, yeah, go ahead. It might be touch and go. I'm not sure. But I keep seeing these packages of 5 skeins of yarn for, I believe it was like $12.99 or something. I think the entire package, shipping and handling, everything was $17.99 by the time taxes, shipping and handling, everything. I got a very good deal on it. And one of the reasons I've been a little bit shy about purchasing this yarn, it is alpaca wool. And I haven't been 100% sure of myself ordering anything wool, because with wool, you don't know if you're allergic to it. When you touch it, you don't know if it's going to leave you itchy or whatever. So it's do I order it? Do I not order it? If I order it and then I'm allergic to it, what do I do with it kind of thing, right? So I ordered it, and I went ahead and opened the package, and let me tell you, this is very soft wool. This is very, very nice wool. Each skein is 164 yards or 150 meters. It's 100 grams, so I've got 500 grams of yarn here. I could make like a sweater vest. I could make a shawl. I could make a hat and a scarf combination. I could make a lap blanket, or some like a throw to go over my bed, something like that. But it does say, because it is 100% alpaca wool, dry clean or pat wash by hand, dry in the shade, and flat drying. So this is the kind of thing, because it is alpaca, it is 100% alpaca, whatever you make for it, you want to make sure that you can wash it by hand and lay it flat to dry. That is the downside to that. So you don't want to make something huge with it. Make a small, make a hat, make a pair of mittens, or a scarf, or just something that you can handle washing by hand and letting it dry flat. So there's that. But I was a little bit excited to get this because I wanted to know if I could handle it or not. And it is I'm not allergic to it. It doesn't make me itch, and it is very soft. I'm looking forward to using it. It is a 4-ply, and it is very pretty. I got it's purple. It's like a kind of a dark lavender, I guess. I know my lighting isn't very good. The cord on my ring light, something happened to it, and I'm going to have to order a new one. So that's the reason the lighting isn't as good as it could be. So I apologize for the lighting. But anyway, there is my alpaca yarn from Temu. And you can get some decent deals at Temu. And I have never, so far, in the year and a half that I've been ordering from Temu, I have not had a bad order. I have not had anything say, no, we can't ship this to you, or I've not had to try to call customer service to get a refund or anything like that so far. It's all been good. So anyway, so then the next thing I ordered, and the reason I ordered this, and I need to get 2 more, is because my daughter-in-law, okay, last Christmas I made a sweater for my son. I crocheted him a sweater. He's really tall. He's 6'6.5". He's really tall. His wife, however, is on the shorter side. She's like 5'2" or 5'3". So you've got this really tall man and this little short lady. So at least her sweater I can make in a normal size. I don't have to buy extra or more yarn to make things longer than they should be. All right. So anyway. So I've been contemplating and looking and shopping and shopping. I've been to Walmart, I've been to Hobby Lobby, I've been to Michael's, I've been everywhere trying to find a specific color of turquoise that I wanted for her sweater. And I found it online at Amazon, mind you. I found it on Amazon. It is called turquoise. And I got it in the 1 pound, the 1 pound skein. And it is turquoise, and I am going to order 2 more of those. Now, mind you, these are $22 skeins. These are $22 for each skein. So, in May I will order another skein, and in June I will order another skein. And this is going to be for Christmas. This is going to be her Christmas sweater. And this is the sweater. It is by Yarnspirations. It is called the Knit Cabled Pullover, and there it is, if you can see that. So I am going to be working on that for her. You can see that. There it is. Okay. So I will be, I'm not going to start it till later in the summer because, truth be told, I have so many whips that I need to get finished by the end of this summer. And not only do I have knitting and crochet whips to get done, I have quilts to get made as well. So that's the reason I say, if you're looking for quilting, that's my other channel, Grandma Katie's Custom Quilts. I can leave the link to that if you want to go watch me sewing and quilting and that type of thing. Okay, so enough of that. The other thing I purchased, I did a thing. Oh my goodness. I have seen so many of the people that I follow, oh my goodness, on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube videos because that's, like, if there's a stitch I want to learn or a technique or something that I want to learn, I know I can find it on YouTube. Like, can't we all, right? So, anyway, a lot of people I follow, they're making socks. People are making socks like you wouldn't believe. And there's one show on YouTube called The Crazy Sock Lady, and she makes socks look. She makes it look so easy. Like, this is how you make a pair of socks, and she just she casts on her stitches and she'll start knitting, and she just makes it look easy. And then there's 2 or 3 other people that they knit these socks and they're beautiful. And I'm like, you know what? I would love to learn how to knit a pair of socks. So what did I do? I went to Premier Yarn. Oh, and Cinnamon Stitches, if you've ever watched her, Miss Cinnamon Stitches, she ordered yarn from Premier, and she crocheted herself a pair of socks from the Farm Stand Yarns. And I was like, those are so cute. I I would like to order some of that yarn and see if I can. Now, she crocheted her socks because they do, Premier has a pattern for crochet socks and a pattern for knit socks. Now, me being the adventurous person that I am, you're going to say bless her heart, I would like to knit my socks. I've always wanted to knit a pair of socks, just because. I can crochet all day long. Crocheting a pair of socks is no challenge for me. I need something that's a challenge. Okay? So here they are. And see that color? Now that color is called tomato. That's a really pretty red pair. So what color did I get? I got pumpkin. And in this pumpkin color, there are greens and green, yellow, beige, dark orange, and light orange. See how pretty that is. And there it is. I got the farm stand pumpkin. Now, I have a large foot. So as I was reading the instructions, because I didn't print off the instructions until after I had already received the yarn, I'm also going to have to purchase new knitting needles. So I found out that because I have a larger foot and a longer leg, because I wear a size 10.5 shoe, and I have a very long leg. I am 5'11", by the way. I will have to order one more skein of this yarn, okay? Now, this yarn is super fine. I have never, well, I can't say I have never, because I have yarn from Hobie that's very fine like this. It's a 2-weight. This is a 2-weight yarn. No, actually, this is a 1. This is a size 1 yarn. I need a size 2 double point. I need size 2 double point needles or a size E crochet hook. So, and it does say that if you want a longer leg in your sock or you have a longer foot, that you do need 1 extra skein. Now, 2 skeins could do it if I made shorter socks. They could be ankle socks or what have you. I could knit ankle socks if I want. But I do want them to kind of go just up to the bottom of my calf. And I don't know if a whole skein will go up that far. So I am going to go ahead and order 1 more skein before I start this project to make sure that I have enough. I am also going to shop around to see where I can get size number 2 double point needles. I was hoping I could use my size 4s or 5s, but apparently that will be too big. So, and I've never used anything smaller than a size 4 or 5 needle. So and I have very large hands. So how well my big hands do with this little tiny yarn and these itty bitty tiny needles, that will remain to be seen, and I will let you know how it goes. We will see. Keep me in your prayers, ladies and gentlemen. Keep me in your prayers. That's all I can say about that. Now, I have whips. This is, oh, no, wait a minute. One more purchase that I made. The last purchase that I made, and the reason I made it was for a knit-along that I'm following on YouTube through Nina's Knots. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of Nina's Knots, and I will leave the link in the description below so that if you want to go follow along, then you can. So, Nina's Knots and Charmed Grammy, both on YouTube, are partnering together, and they are doing a knit-along. And they found this pattern. I've known this pattern for years, and I've been doing this pattern for years. So when they introduced this pattern, I'm like, oh, I've been doing that for years. I already know how to do it. You don't have to, I don't need the tutorial. I already know how it goes. So that's fine. I already know the pattern. What I did not have was, what yarn am I going to use? Well, I had been to Walmart. And as you saw, if you saw my Walmart yarn shopping video, I kept picking up this Premier Bloom chunky yarn because it was so pretty. Oh my goodness. So, when I was on the Premier website ordering my pumpkin yarn, I looked for the Premier Bloom chunky because I wanted to know, what does this look like when it's knitted? And I looked at it, and it's like it's got stripes and then these flowers. So look at that. It goes stripes and then flowers and then stripes and then flowers. Is that gorgeous or what? That is a gorgeous piece of yarn. There's the other side. And one side looks every bit as good as the other. That is some gorgeous yarn. Okay, so this is, because it's a chunky yarn, it is a 5 bulky. It takes a size 11 knitting needle and a size L crochet hook. Okay, so, and all of my knitting needles, all of my large knitting needles are busy, for goodness sakes. Of course they're busy. I have whips going on here that I still need to finish. So, I bought a pair of size 11s. I bought a new pair of size 11s. Now I have 2 pair of size 11s. And I started this is a shawl. It's a corner to corner knit. Very easy to follow. So, and if you want to know how to do this, drop a comment in the comments below. I'm going to make some tutorials anyway. So what I'm going to do is I need to get myself organized and start doing tutorials and do like beginner crochet. This is how you make a chain, single crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, and then other types of stitches beyond that. I can also do beginner knitting, and this is like the easiest thing you could ever knit, because what you do is like it's like super easy. You knit 1, 2, 3. And how you get this edge here, this border edge, you knit 3, do a yarn over, which means you're just pulling the yarn around the needle. You're not knitting anything. You just pull the yarn around the needle and then knit to the end of the row. And that's all you do. And you do that every row, and your shawl will grow exponentially. I mean, you would be surprised how fast it grows just putting 1 stitch on every row. It's amazing. And you only put it on at the beginning of the row. Do not put it on at the end of the row. Because if you put it on, if you attempt to add any more stitches, if you attempt to do this at the end of the row too, your shawl is going to go wonky on you, and you're going to not like it, and it will mess up the border on the other side of your shawl. So, and the reason I know this is because I have made this several blankets. It's called the Carrie Knit Stitch Blanket. I got the pattern at Michael's from and I started knitting this. I've been doing this pattern for, like I said, years now. Anyway, and now I'm repeating myself. But see how easy that is? Just knit 3, yarn over, knit to the end of the row, turn your work, repeat. You could get bored doing this. This is one of those mindless projects. You don't have to think about what you're doing. You just knit. You can watch TV while you're doing this one. You can have this one done in no time, depending on how, if you put a lot of love into it, you put lots of work into it, you can have it done in no time. And probably, I may only have needed 1 skein of yarn, but I think I'm going to do 2, because I'm a big person, and I wanted a nice spring shawl. So, and this is one of the, like I said, this is one of the yarns that I saw at Walmart when I was shopping. And this yarn was at both Walmarts. I love that Walmart is selling Premier yarns. So, if there was a yarn that you saw in my Walmart shopping that you would like to see me work up, drop a comment in the comment section below. Please drop comments in my comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Because I am to the point of making a decision. If I don't start hearing from you guys, if you guys don't start making comments and giving me ideas and suggestions, if you don't start, if I do not begin hearing, especially from my regular subscribers, what I am going to do is delete my channel, because this is not an easy decision for me. I cannot keep this going if I do not get likes and comments and shares. Okay? because it takes time, effort, and energy. And I love doing this. I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy talking to you guys. But I need some feedback here from you guys. I need feedback. And if I don't start getting feedback, I'm going to delete my channel, and I'm just going to do my custom quilts channel and leave it at that. And I will no longer be doing my knitting and crochet channel. So it's up to you guys. And I know maybe you think you're not putting a lot of effort into it. Believe me, I am. I've been doing this for almost a year, but after I started this channel last year, I started dealing with a heart condition, and I went through almost 3 months of tests, and my doctor put me through the ringer trying to figure out what was going on with my heart. Part of it was medication, but part of it is an actual heart issue that I have. So there are some days that I absolutely just do not have energy to do a lot of things. It's all I can do to sit here and knit or crochet or sit down to my sewing machine. I am not complaining. Believe me, I am not complaining. But some days it is more difficult for me to get up and do things than other days. But I am asking you, please, if you like my channel, please hit the like button. If you like my content, you see something or you hear something or you want to make a comment, please comment. Please talk to me. I would like to hear what you think. I enjoy talking to people. I will leave my email address. If you want to email me, send me pictures, show me what you're making, show me what you're doing, tell me what you're thinking about things. If you want me, and if I have your permission and you send me a picture, I will showcase your things too. I don't mind, helping people out and say, this is what one of my subscribers made. Look at how beautiful this is. With your permission, of course. But, things like that, I want to have fun with this channel. But I want to have fun with you. So, let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me how you feel about it. And like I said, I'll just go ahead and put out a few more videos. And if I do not start getting feedback in the comments, if I do not see more likes and feedback in the comments, I'm going to delete my channel and just do my quilt channel then. So that's just how it is. So, and I didn't mean to say that to complain or anything. It does take a lot of energy to get this stuff done. So help me out here, please, guys. Thanks. Anyway, so that's all the yarn that I purchased. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to show you. Oh my goodness. I did want to show you one more thing. Get a load of this. Okay. Do you remember when I went to Ollie's and I showed you the granny square yarn that I purchased? I did get all those granny squares made. Now, I had to put some effort into that granny square yarn because it was really interesting. Of course, they have it all measured out. Each section is supposed to make one granny square and all the stuff, right? I got all my granny squares made. It actually made 15 granny squares. So, and I've been wanting to make a granny square bag. So I went on YouTube again. Where is your source when you want to learn something? You go to YouTube. Because there's like a bazillion people out there crocheting and knitting and stuff, right? So I go to YouTube and I'm like, okay, where are my granny square bags? And I found one that showed me how to put the squares together, how to crochet them together. So I did. And it came out really nice. Now, I still have 2 squares left over. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with those other 2 squares yet. But I think I might put them in a scrap Afghan that I'm working on. So anyway, here is my bag. Here is my granny square bag. Look at that. Came out really nice. Now, get a load of this. I also sew. I have a sewing machine sitting right here on my table across from the chair where I sit and crochet. So I made a liner pocket for my granny square bag, and I made pockets inside the liner. See that? So that has 2 pockets, so I can put my cell phone in there, and then this other side has 1 big pocket. So I can put things in my granny square bag and carry my granny square bag. Isn't that great for the fall? Because those are fall colors. Look at that. So that's what I did with that. There's my granny square bag. Yeah, I did that. And I don't usually, I'm kind of sour on sewing and crocheting together, but this is one of those bags. It's like, you know, granny squares have a lot of holes in them. And I didn't want to have a bag or some kind of a purse where your stuff is going to fall through, because you can't carry pins and things like that in something like this. It'll fall through. It's just not, doesn't work that well. So I knew I had to make a liner. So I did the best I could. I measured the purse, I made the liner, and I sewed it in very carefully. That liner, I ripped that thing out 3 times and redid it before I got it right. I'm telling you. It was a challenge, but I did it. Okay, so there's that. But anyway, there's my granny bag with a liner and pockets, by the way. So I did it. And the granny squares worked out. You know, that granny square yarn is a challenge. So my next challenge with the red heart yarn will be the quilt motif one that's supposed to be the corner to corner, I believe it is, or something like that. Anyway, I'm hoping to find some of the red heart quilt motif yarn and try that and see if it's better than the granny square was. I'm not even going to attempt the flower power, because I've never that would be another challenge for me, because I like a good challenge. That would be a good challenge for me, is to do the granny square flower power. Have any of you done that? Have any of you done the granny square flower power or the red heart motif or any of that? If you have, let me know. Did it work out? Did you have to adjust your hook size? All of those kinds of things, because I would like to know. I kind of just want to know your opinion on it. I like to do my research and kind of get other people's opinions and stuff before I go into it. So, and I have not seen anyone on YouTube do the quilt motif. I have seen some people do the flower power, and there have been a lot of challenges with that. So I'm not sure I want to do that one. But I do want to try the quilt motif. So, and there I'm repeating myself again. But anyway, and I would like to continue doing my videos. If I'm going to do that, I want to continue my videos so that you can see what I'm doing. So anyway, because I took so long doing all of this I'm not going to show you my whips tonight. Maybe I will do that later in the week. I will either do that later in the week or I will do that next week. So, because I have made progress on some of my whips. The blanket I was knitting for my daughter, it was supposed to be for Christmas. Did not get it done for Christmas because I was having issues. So then I was hoping to get it done for Valentine's Day. I did not get it finished for Valentine's Day. Then I was hoping to get it done for her birthday, which was in the beginning of March. Didn't get it done. So now I should be, if I can get this last, I've got one more skein, because I purchased 4 skeins, 4 10.5 ounce skeins of yarn. It's blanket size yarn. Each skein gives me 40 rows. So I'm hoping if I can get 10 rows per day or every couple of days, I can get that finished for Mother's Day. She can have it for Mother's Day. And I can get on with my other projects and get some things out of my hair and out of my house. So, but I know y'all don't have those kinds of issues, yeah. If you have any amount of yarn at all and you have any amount of projects piled up, how is it there's always one project that holds you up that says, I'm here and I'm going to loom in your face and I'm going to just look at you in the face until you get me done, and you can't get anything else done until you finish me first. There's always that one project. How does that work? But that there always seems to be the one project that does that to me. And my daughter's knitted blanket is that one for me right now. It's like, finish me, and once you get me finished, then everything else will be okay. Then you can get on with life. Interesting how that works. But anyway, that's enough about my life. You guys have a great week, and I will see you in the next video, whenever that might be. Love ya.